Hello, hello. Um, I think I'm being choppy like a robot, so give me a second. Okay. Okay. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking good. All right. I think we're good. We're good. All right. I was afraid I was looking like a robot. Hello. Hello, hello, hola. Card ratings. We're going to do them right now. So, side note while I shuffle, and this is like so random, but I really want to change my skincare like routine. I usually just do a toner and a moisturizer, like a fruity toner. I change it up sometimes from like a banana toner to like an apple toner, and then I finish just with a general unscented like moisturizing cream. But I really want to change it up. But I don't know what to get because, you know, skincare is like so overwhelming. The amount of options that we have because it's so trendy now. So, as you watch this live or later, if you have any skincare suggestions, just like a general routine, like I want full thing, you know, I want like an astringent and a moisturizer. I have like very naturally oily skin down here. But then from like here, like the middle of my nose up, it's like very dry. It's like wild. This is so oily. Like this is so oily. All through here. And then, but then like I said, halfway through my nose, all the way up, eyelids and everything is like crunchy dry. So yeah, suggestions, help, thanks. Anywho, we're pulling from the I Ching Oracle deck. I really love this deck. It's traditionally supposed to be cast with a coin, 2 sets of coins that you flip with it. But that's like a whole process that I'm sure at some point I'll do, but I really like to just use the cards. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just pull a single card first. And then if you have a question, I do not mind pulling probably 3 cards or so for you. So you can drop down a question below if you have one. Let's see. Revolution, transformation, a radical change. We see the image of a phoenix here. Giving up the old to make way for the new, a quantum leap. Wow. Okay, so it definitely resonates with me in my skincare journey. It's spring. So if we're going to live by the seasons like the witches that we are, then we're all about rebirth right now and change. We're just about to approach Beltane. And I think it's a wonderful time to invite the energy of the Phoenix into your life. Shake it up. Maybe you've gotten a little too comfortable. I know that I have during this like year and a so of quarantine and coronavirus and all that. Like I have really let myself slip. But what's weird too is I seem to have aged more in this time than ever before. I don't know if anyone can relate to that. Like my body type has changed so much. Like I've gained so much weight. It's wild. But then also like my hormone levels have changed dramatically. Like dramatically. Like I have so much more testosterone now than I ever did before. Like my facial hair grows back within a day. And I think it's just my age. I'm in my 30s now. So like I'm hitting that second puberty. But I don't like it. My whole identity revolved around being like the lithe, scrawny guy. And now my face is filling out. Everything's filling out. And I don't like it. So it's like I'm having to rediscover my identity. I'm having to have a rebirth. So this definitely resonates with me. Yes. Hard truths, self-confidence, rebuilding, all that. Let's pull another card for clarity. Deliverance. Wow. Okay. A release. You see it's raining here on this person in the desert. So it's something that they desperately needed. Again, perfectly pairs with this. I think what we're seeing here is someone, myself included, who is kind of circling the drain on a rebirth, but has yet to like commit to the rebirth. And it's time. It's past time, because this is you and this is what you need. It's past time. You need to commit to the idea of changing, of change, be it mental change, physical change, emotional change, whatever it is, career change, home change, relationship change. Commit to the idea of change. So many times we know we want something different, but we're just scared. Like, we're scared to even ask, like, for the change. Embrace change. And it's scary, but like, come on, how many times do you want me to sound like a broken record? Like, get off your ass and embrace change. Like, embrace the unknown and the fear of it. Go through rebirth. It's your time. It's your time. So I'm going to pull one more just to kind of round that out. Oh, okay. See, this is perfect, you guys. Enthusiasm. The enthusiasm card, which is self-expression, self-confidence, success. That wraps up perfectly what I was saying here. I mean, I'm kind of reading myself to filth right now, if you joined at the very beginning of this live. Because I talked about my own like journey that I'm on right now, with self-confidence and like my physicality. So, because I'm having to like redefine that for myself, because my physicality has changed so much in the past year. So here we are. Rebirth, deliverance, enthusiasm. That's so self-explanatory. You have a rebirth coming up, but you're fighting it. Embrace it. You need it. Because what you want essentially is enthusiasm for yourself and your life, and you don't have it. You're not feeling completely confident with your world. So it's time to let the world change your world. Does that make sense? Let the world change your world. It's time for you to actually embrace the change that you keep asking for, but that you keep fighting. You're a little paradoxical. Do you want it or not? Embrace change. Embrace looking different, being different, sounding different, having a new place to live, having a new job, getting a new partner, reconnecting with the partner you have. Embrace change. Things don't have to be the same forever. In fact, that goes against like the rules of life. I mean, really, doesn't it? So that was a good little opener. If you have a question, please drop it into the chat and I will pull a card for you. Otherwise, here, I will put this link in the chat. I encourage you to go to my Facebook page. And if you wanted to really get a full reading, you can do so. Oops. You can do so by going to facebook.com/thenerddywarlock. There you can look at the tabs. I have a services tab, and that'll tell you all the different kinds of readings that I offer and their pricing. And from there, you can just send me a private message on Instagram or on Facebook, and we can set something up. Readings over there start at $25, so it's pretty affordable. I do tarot, I do oracle, I do runes, I do OM. So come find me. So I'm going to give this a hearty shuffle one more time. Oh, yes. I just wanted to point out that I recently got the book Rebel Witch by Kellyanne Maddox. I know a lot of you probably know her if you have been in the YouTube witchy community for a while. She's huge, like huge. She has so many subscribers and has had so much success here on YouTube. And she's written a book, and it's a very good book. But I would expect nothing less from Kellyanne. She's phenomenal. And this book is like, seriously, it's really good, you guys. And you should check it out. I'm just going to give her some free press there. It's a phenomenal book. And I'm going to do a review of it soon on this channel. So do look out for that, because I will be doing a book review where I would go in deep. But the book is phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's a hardcover, but without the sleeve, thank God. It's gorgeous, and the book itself actually has substance. It's phenomenal. Anywho, let's pull another card. Changing lanes from our rebirth kind of scenario. Okay. Let's change lanes. Let me make sure my phone is silent before I do this. I just noticed the sound was up and I got a notification. I hope you didn't hear that. Don't mean to be distracting. Yes. Okay. Oh, sorry. I just realized I wasn't looking at the chat the entire time. I apologize. Let me look at your chat. Let's see. Yes, I can cast your cards, Dice Controller. Oh, I feel you on that. My hands are very dry from wearing gloves and everything as well. And I keep getting breakouts around like my mask area. So I feel you on that. Never use too much soap on dry skin. You know, I never thought about that, but I guess that's a no-brainer, isn't it? But I wash my face sometimes with just soap. Okay. Rose hip oil. Oh, okay. See, yes, Olavi. Burt's Bees Deep Cleansing Cream. I do love Burt's Bees. Okay, now see, I bought a rose oil serum, but I've yet to use it because I'm kind of nervous. It comes in a little dropper. Okay. And when I bought that like Aztec healing clay thing, but I haven't used it yet either because I'm afraid it's going to dry my skin out too much. Huh. Oh, you guys have got some really great suggestions. Thank you so much. Man, I need the rebirth every day. I don't know about you, Dice Controller. Oh, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. I apologize I wasn't looking at it. Yes, thank you, Celavi. Thank you. Kellyanne's book is seriously really good, seriously. I'm not done with it yet, obviously, but I've read a good chunk, and it's like phenomenal. Okay, Dice Controller, let's see. Yes. Lunar Beltane tomorrow, yes. Dice Controller. What will be the result of me seeking a new job, position, and moving on? Oh, that's a great question. Let's find out. Hope you're ready for the answer. Because you know how these things go sometimes. Sometimes cards and the spirits don't hold back. So let's find out. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, I hope you're ready for this response. First I pulled Youthful Folly. Okay. Someone who is bouncing on a wire. It almost looks like the Hanged Man. And they're barely on there. What we see here is someone who is impulsive, someone who is prone to making fast decisions without thinking them through first. You're very impulsive and you go with your gut on a lot of things. And yes, okay, that's my cat. And I think you need to give a little more thought into things before you jump in. That's not to say don't be like overly analytical, but let things sit a little longer with you before you decide for change. Does that make sense? Next, I pulled Contemplation, which pretty much just parlays into what I just said. You've got to you've got to detach from your life and see it from the outside. Does that make sense? You need to take more time and ruminate on this before you really go out there and try looking for a new job position. Does that make sense? That's probably not a good answer. Like, that's not the answer you want, but that's what we have here. Finally, I pulled The Taming Power of the Small, which sounds weird. So what we see here is a spider in a garden, and spiders are so small, but their impact on the environment is so great, so huge. And that is much like you in this scenario. So you want to go out and do big things, get new things, have this revolution of life. But what I'm seeing is that it's just, you're almost there. You're almost there, Dice. But it's just not yet. If you want a new job, if you want to move on, you can always do that. The universe is never going to tell you no to that. However, I feel like they are telling me, like, just not yet. You're almost. Like, you can see it, okay? The change is right there. The new job is right, like, it's literally right here. But you're still right here. You just got to do a little bit more to get to right there. And I think that means, like I said, just taking some time and reflecting on yourself before you enter into a new environment, be it work or not. What are you moving on from? Clearly define that. What are you moving on from? Why are you moving on from it? And what is going to take its place in your life? Okay? Because it's easy to move from a job and be like, I'm done with that place. But guess what? It's still here. It's still in here. It's still in here. You've got to fully move on before moving on. Does that make sense? Whew, okay. That got a little heated and intense. All right. Woo. If anyone else has a question, I would be more than happy, truly, to read for you. Right now. We're doing it for free. So this is your chance. If you want a small reading. That was a quick, small reading, 3 cards. But I think that there was a lot of information jam-packed in there for you, Dice Controller. I hope you're happy with that. Again, if you look in the chat or if you look on my channel at all, there's always links to my Instagram. There's links to my Twitter. And links to my Facebook page where you can book a reading with me. Oracle, Tarot, Ogum or Oum, Runes. We can do them live, 101. Or I can do a pre-recorded thing for you and send you a written report of your reading. It's up to you. Let's see. Okay, for some reason, let me see if I can fix this before I pull another card. My computer does not want to show me the comments. So, let's see what we can do quickly. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep it moving. Let's see. What is my favorite rune resource? What do you mean? Do you mean like just what is my favorite runes or like my favorite book on runes? Regardless, I'll tell you both. So my favorite runes at the moment are some runes that I bought very recently from a shop on Facebook called Craft by Moonlight. They're resin poured runes and they're clear with real lavender herbs inside the resin. And the inlay is purple with the runes. They're gorgeous. I love them very much. They're like very nice to hold. They're good size. They're beautiful. That's Craft by Moonlight on Facebook. She's so friendly too. She's fantastic. Okay, so my book on runes. I got you. My favorite book on runes would be, oh my god, and of course now I forget his name. Hang on, it's on the bookshelf. Let me just check. I forget his name. It is this book right here. This book right here. And yes, I'm just in house clothes, so apologies for my appearance. It is this book, Nordic Runes, by Paul Rees Mountfort. It's my favorite book on runes that I've ever read. And I'm sure at some point I'll find another book I like, but this is great. His book on Ogum is also my favorite book on Ogum. He's fantastic, and I really love his take on runes and on Ogum. So let me see, Dice. I know you responded. Oh my God, I feel you on allergies, Dice. I really do. God dang, do I feel you on allergies? Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh, hello, Embrace. How are you, Embrace? Hello. Yes. Well, that's good, Dice. That's good. Yes. Ooh, quartz crystal. That's awesome, Solavi. That's awesome. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well, Embrace. Woo. Okay. So, let's see. This computer today. This computer. Okay. So let's pull some more cards. I'm going to stick with the I Ching deck because it's done us well so far in this reading session. We've done 2 card pulls, 3 cards each in those pulls, and it's been pretty good, I think. So if you're just now tuning in, when this is over, I encourage you to go back and look at those, especially the first one, where I essentially did read myself the house down. Like, I told you what my concerns in life were, just casually, and then we pulled cards, and the cards read me for filth in front of you all. Yeah, and my cat was here, and he witnessed it too. So, all right. So if you have a question that you would like answered, drop it in the chat, and I will answer it for you. Otherwise, here in a moment, I will just pull a couple more cards, and we'll see what comes out. Yeah, Dice, I will say this before I move on. The vibe I got was that I do think at some point you should seek new employment. So it's not to say no, don't do that. It's just it needs a little more time. A little more time for the universe to kind of put all that out there for you, So patience is a virtue. Let's see. Love life. I don't know why I sang your comment, Embrace. I don't know why I did that. Okay. So, again, if you have a question, drop it in the chat. And I will pull probably 3 cards for you. Or if you have, I don't know what I'm doing today. If you have a deeper concern, you can go over to facebook.com/thenerddywarlock, and there you can book a reading with me, very private reading, or it can be a pre-recorded reading. Either way, it is up to you. Okay, now I'm turning into Count Chocula. I don't know what was going on there. Or the Count from Sesame Street. Oh my God. Okay, anyway, let's pull 3 cards. A 1, a 2, a 3 cards. Anyway, let's see. Solavi. Do I say your name right, by the way? Solavi? Solavi. I don't know. Okay. Because I feel like Solavi is not right. It's got to be like Solavi. Solavi. Okay. The next step on your journey. Ooh, that's a very open question. A very open question. And actually, I lied because I said we were going to continue with this deck. But reading your question, Solavi, I just realized that this is not the deck I need for that answer. So we're going to swap decks. Hope you don't mind. Let's swap to the Wisdom of Avalon. Solavi, yes, good, thank you. And I'm just going to give these a quick shuffle. I love this deck. It's the very first deck of anything I ever bought before tarot, before anything. First thing I ever bought was these, and I love them very much. Actually, it might have been the second. I think I actually bought this Psychic Oracle first. Who knows? Anywho, these have been with me for a very long time. like 12 years, 13 years. Let's shuffle and let's get you a question, Solovi. The next step on your journey, the best next step. Ooh, okay. All right. So, ooh, okay. Ooh. Okay. Woo. This is a complicated way to interpret this. All right. Just give me a second. I need a second before I read this out. Okay. So, Livy. Oh, I love that dice. I love that. So, Livy, we pulled death. I pulled death in reverse, which normally I do not read reverse in Oracle at all. But in this instance, I am because it feels right. And you're very welcome, dice. And it's complicated. I'm feeling very strong emotions right now, Solovi, that I know are connected to you. They're not my feelings. Next, I pulled the owl in reverse. Then I pulled wealth upright. Okay. So, Livy, what I'm getting here is it kind of ties back actually to our very first reading about rebirth. You are fighting death. You are fighting the power of the death card, which is change, right? The coming of rebirth. It feels very emotional to me. I think you know what this is about. This whole situation that you're fighting, these emotions. I think these are tied to memories from your past. I don't think it's something happening to you right now in life. I think this is something that's happened to you before. And I won't get too personal with it because we are on a live with other people. But I am getting a specific instance that I'm thinking of, something that has happened to you in the past that was very invasive and very traumatizing for you. And you have not quite let it go. You have not moved on from it as much as you can move on from that instance. It is still plaguing you. It's still traumatizing you because you replay it in your mind all the time. When you're alone at night before you're falling asleep, you keep reliving this horrible moment in your life. And you need to stop. You can't keep traumatizing yourself with that memory. It's over. It's done. The only person who it's hurting now is you because you keep replaying it over and over. You're doing that to yourself over and over. Does that make sense? Woo! Yeah, I'm seeing, like we said, the reverse of the owl. So you're being too emotional about this. You're being too in your heart chakra about this. You need to move your body's energy from here to here. Does that make sense? You need to take a more logical approach to the next steps you want to make in your life, not emotional steps. I hope that makes sense. You want this, and it's not necessarily money or financial. It's wealth in terms of happiness, of joy, of light, of a better life, of a better feeling about yourself and about life. And you can get this, but it feels I feel so much pain, so much sadness, Solovi. And you've got to come to terms with that. And I know that that's easier said than done, but it's something that you have to do. You have to do it. You've got to make the decision that, whatever happened from yesterday on is done. It's over. It's in the past. And I'm not going to worry about it anymore. And I'm going to move forward. And maybe I'm going to consciously decide that I do not want to think about my past right now for a long time. I don't want to think about it. It happened. I know it happened. It hurt me. I know it hurt me. But I can't think about it anymore. I've got to move forward. I've got to think about what I want right now in my life, not about what life did to me. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I think the next best steps for you in life and in your journey is to actually not take any steps. It's to take a pause and to have a moment by yourself and do a little shadow work, a little release. You need a release of emotional trauma. That's what I'm getting here very strongly. Very strongly. So kind of that is the next best step for you on your journey, is to take a break. Take a moment by yourself alone. Be alone, physically alone, and just take some time to move through some pain that is still plaguing you. Okay? I know that's deep and probably not like lighthearted for a live, but that's how I roll. So hope you appreciate that. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Woo. Okay. Whew. See, now I got to shake off those feelings. Okay. So let's give a little hearty shuffle. And we will pull, I feel like pulling a single card. Now we need a palate cleanser. I need a palate cleanser. Like for real, for real. Okay. So, oh, bye, dice. Have a great day. You're very welcome. Namaste and Ashe. Woo! Okay. I'm going to pull a single card for a palate cleanser. Oh, thank you for the likes, you guys. The thumbs up, thank you very much. Those really help here on YouTube. That helps my channel become more visible. So if you just want to give this video a thumbs up, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Sharing this video, of course, is great too. But I understand sometimes you're like, I can't really share this with anyone. And I get that. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Seriously, thank you. It really, really helps, especially when you're a smaller channel like I am. It really does help me become more visible. It helps me enter into someone's algorithm. So I really appreciate it. Okay. Man. Embrace, let's answer it. Oh my God. Cards just went everywhere. Embrace, I said that we were going to pull one card, get a lighthearted reading, but here you go with this bullshit. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I will read this. Let's see. That's a loaded question. We're about to get really deep again. So, let's find out. That's a great question. I actually really kind of love questions like that. I like the opportunity to get just a little messy. Okay. Let's see. Does anyone else just shuffle for like minutes on end? Did you see how much I shuffled that deck? Like, it's insane. My cards probably hate me. Like, they're just like, golly. Like, all my cards have permanent motion sickness. Like, Okay. Here we go. Oh, wow. 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 Okay. Wow. Embrace. Okay. This is not quite an answer to that question, so I'm going to pull more cards, but this is a message that came first, which I think is maybe not really related to your question, but it's something that I guess the gods and guides just wanted to tell you today, okay? So you're getting a 2 for 1. So we pulled the butterfly. And this is the part where I got shocked. I've never, ever pulled these 3 cards out in one single reading before. Ever. Ever. Not in a reading for myself, not in a reading for other people. And like I said, I've had this deck for 13 years, and I've been doing readings like professionally since 2009. So it's a long time, and I'm telling you, I have never pulled these 3 cards together in a reading. These are like the power boss bitch. Oh, I can't cuss on the live. These are the power boss witch cards in this deck. Okay. We pulled the High Priestess. Okay. The High Priestess. We pulled the Queen. And we pulled the Lady of the Lake. Okay. Okay. Wow. I think this is an exciting time to be you, Embrace. Because what I see, I guess today's live is all about change, you guys. Those first 3 cards we pulled were about rebirth and the Phoenix. And this is very much your reading as well, Embrace. With this butterfly card coming first, you are about to enter a state of massive rebirth, whether you want it or not. This is not one of those instances where we say, oh, if you're ready for it, the universe is ready to give it to you. Nope. This is the universe saying, here it comes. I hope you're ready. If you're not, I don't care. Like, truly. Wow. Embrace, I don't want to like, what's your gender? Like, I don't want to gender you. But if I think you're female, right? Anyway, it doesn't matter. But regardless, okay, cool, you're female. So what I see, and I ask because this is you. And I know normally we can use cards regardless of their gender to a person. But I feel like in this instance, it's important to point out that you're a boss-ass woman. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just feels right. Because I think that your power comes from your womanness in this instance. I think for you, a lot of us draw power from different things, you know, in life, from animals, from people, from energies, from colors, from cultures. I feel like I pull so much of my energy just from history, from my, from my ancestors, but also just from like plants. Plants empower me so much. And I feel like for you, women empower you, like the power of a woman, like the power of being the power of being a woman empowers you. And if it doesn't, it's coming. Okay, good. It does. Good. Like, I just get intense lady vibes, like you were a warrior woman, but I feel like you're a warrior woman who did not want to be a warrior woman. I feel like life forced you to be a warrior woman. Does that make sense? I don't think that's your true calling in life, is to be a warrior as an archetype. You are meant to be this. Okay? The queen, the high priestess, the lady of the lake, that magical boss witch woman, which is awesome because we don't all get that calling. We don't all get that gift. Okay? Oh my God. Embrace your gift. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. Magic is real. Okay. Embrace your gift. Embrace your gift. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I think that this is a time where you are about to be surrounded by women in your life, and you may be saying, "Oh, I already am," but it doesn't matter. I'm seeing new women, new power, and these are all like shaman women, like magical women, witch women, like druid women. Like, these are pagany sorceresses. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing you being surrounded by that here very soon. I see you being reborn kind of by entering the friendship circle of these, like, I keep wanting to call them sorceresses. It just feels right. Of these sorceresses. And when I say sorceress, for me, that's like a woman who is so in tune with the earth and with the universe and its rhythms and nature. It's just, to me, a sorceress is like a very primal, refined, boss ass witch. Like, I don't know how to describe it. But I see you entering that kind of initiation from the universe. I feel like the earth itself, and more importantly, like the stars, like the fabric of the world. I'm getting a little airy fairy crazy here, so bear with me. But I feel like the universe itself is alive and is a living being. And in this moment, its collective consciousness is like wanting you to be sculpted and reforged into a new woman, into a powerful sorceress. Does that make sense? I hope I'm getting this vibe across without sounding like crazy. Yes. And like I said, we're going to get to your question in a second, but this just had to come out first. This is your time. This is your moment. The summer of 2021 is your time, witch. It is so hard for me to not cuss right now. Okay. It is your time. Okay. I'm telling you, I don't know what your plans are for Beltane, if any, but you need to like immerse yourself in fire and water on the night of Beltane. Okay. That is what I'm getting so strongly. And I don't like telling people what to do, but fire, water, immerse yourself in the water, like physically. Okay. Like, and I don't mean like, oh my God, I splashed myself with some water. Like I took a shower. No, I mean like get in the water, like under the water and be reborn. I kind of sound like a Christian now where I'm like, you need to be bathed in his blood, hon. You need to have a baptism. But it is very much kind of like that vibe though. I see you immersing yourself in water and then immersing yourself in fire, safely, of course, and being reborn from those elements. You know what I mean? I just see that as being a very, very powerful, life-changing moment for you on Beltane or around. You know, I don't like telling people what to do. But that's just something I'm getting very, very strongly is to do that kind of a ritual. And yeah, it feels powerful. I think your magic will change. And again, be ready for it. Don't hold on to the past. Okay? Embrace your future. Because it's changing. I think the gods or spirits that you work with maybe will change. I think the way that you look at magic, the way you do magic will change. I see you finally leveling up in your life in terms of your magic. And that's exciting. However, if we're going to be cautiously optimistic, life is forging you into this person because obviously you're going to need it because of what comes after. So, yeah, like boss up, level up. It's coming. Get ready. Okay? Get ready. We lost so many viewers during that reading. Okay. Now let's answer your actual question. All right. And let's find out the answer to your actual question before the person I'm saying lied to me. Let's find out if they are lying. Embrace. Let's find out. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Diva. All right. Diva. We've got an answer. And okay. I pulled the eagle. I pulled the earth fairy. I pulled the frog. The frog is infamous in this deck. Infamous. So whenever we pull out the eagle in this deck, it usually means connection to the spirits, to the other side, to the other world. Okay? We're in communion. We're in communication, direct communication with the other side. So this is a message coming from, not from me, not from my gods or my gods. I feel like this is coming from literally the spirits of the dead. And I, like, seriously, like 9.5 out of 10 never work with the spirits of the human dead. So this is a special occasion. But I'm seeing, so this might be your ancestors. Who knows who it is? But I'm getting this is coming from the human dead, this message. And what I'm getting is strong earth fairy energy, right? So this person in question is, how do we say, like a salt of the earth kind of person. Their vibrational frequency as a human on this planet is a low vibration. And that's not a diss, that's not shade, that's not a read. They're just different. This person is different. And not necessarily connected to the same energies that you are. Yes. Yeah, so Lovey, this deck is like very different. It's different from how I see animals too. So yeah, this person is different. And I would say that at a glance, they don't seem like they immediately even fit with you. Like they don't mesh with you from an outsider's perspective. And what I get here with the frog, as I said, infamous card in this deck. The frog in this deck is all about the release of emotional baggage, secrets, cleaning house, lies. So it's perfect that it came out. The frog can be a harbinger of bad news a lot of the time in this deck. And I think that's what we're getting here. Again, there are some things I don't like to do in a reading. I don't like telling people what to do. And I don't like, being the bearer of overly bad news. But I have to say yes to your question, Embrace. I have to say yes. And it's not a on the fence yes. Like I'm firmly on one side of the fence and I'm telling you yes is your answer. I don't want to say that this is a bad person, but this person is just not they're not giving off good energy during this reading. Like I don't like them. Like this vibe is rubbing me the wrong way. I think you can tell I'm a very emotive person when I'm giving a reading. Like my facial expressions are really big. My voice goes up and down. My body posture changes. And yeah, this person has a lot of baggage, and it's not your job to help them unpack it. Okay? It's not your job. Not your job. Okay. Yeah. It's not your job. And it's up to you whether you want to nurture this relationship. People change through relationships. We change, they change. We become someone new together, right? Which is great because I think this person needs that genuinely. This person needs, it's a he. Okay, he needs someone to help him be reforged. But is that person you? I don't know. But yes, lying and secretiveness, the withholding of information, be it good or bad, is definitely something here. It's something here. I think that he doesn't necessarily lie to you about, yes, I think he is lying to you about some things that are hurtful to you, but I also think he lies or keeps things secret about things in general. Like he's just not an open person. He's not used to opening up and being emotionally vulnerable, which I think most men are not. So, yeah. Short answer to answer your initial question, yes. Okay. Woo! That's intense. Wow. That's intense. So, see, the yes, then my answer is yes to you, Embrace. The answer is yes. Yes, he probably is. Yes, he probably is. He probably is. So, sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Hi. Hello. So if anyone else has a question that you would like an answer to, thank you so much for the likes, you guys. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Seriously, thank you. Thank you. It really helps my channel. So thank you so much. If anyone has a question, Embrace, you're so crazy. Yep. Try it. Yeah. If anyone else has a question that they would like answered, I've got time. We've been here for 51 minutes, so I've got time for like one more, and then I really need. Oh my God, Sullivan! No, that kind of is what your first reading said, Embrace. Oh my God, Sullivan. Okay, Vile. Yes. Headed. Oh, everybody's questions today have been about journeys and their lives and what's next. And the initial reading that we gave at the beginning of this live was about change in your life and going through rebirth before going to your next journey. So I really like that we have a cohesive theme today on the live. That never happens. Like ever. But yes, Vile. Let's see what the cards say. Let's see what the cards say. Yeah. Yeah, we do, Vile. Why not? We're here, we're queer, get used to it. I'm changing decks again for the third time in this live. It just feels right. So, Vile, hope you don't mind, but I'm going to be changing decks for your reading. And the deck I'm going to pull for you is the Gods and Titans deck. This is a deck of all male energies, male spirits. So I hope that's good with you. Hope you're cool with that, because that's what we're going to use. It just feels right. Let me give these a hearty shuffle. This deck can be kind of weird to read because it is just pictures of gods. And it's like, how do you interpret that? But I'll show you how I interpret it. So good. I'm glad you're happy with the choice. It would suck if I was like, we're going to pull from male energy cards. And you're like, I don't like male energy. Toxicity. But so I'm glad that works out. All right. Let's see what you got. So already, again, as I said before, I am a feeling person. Okay, my sun sign is Cancer. So when I give readings, I feel things in the air. I taste things. As I said, my body posture is affected. My voice is affected when I do a reading. And Cancer Moon Gang! Woo! Okay. My whole environment changes when I'm casting a reading. And already the energies that are coming up for me, for you, feel very thick. The energy is thick. It is thick. Like a thick water. Like a Jello. So here we go. It's kind of like yogurt. Anyway. Pisces Sun, Cancer Rising. Okay. I am a Cancer with a moon in Virgo and a rising Taurus. So, all right. Ooh, Leo Moon. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, I am water, earth. Tizer, Earth Rising Gang. Yes, bitch. Oh God, I can't curse on lives. YouTube is gonna be like, take this video down. Okay, anyway. Yay! Although I did mark it not safe for kids. So, all right, here we go. Moment of truth. here's your cards. Messages from the gods. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Talk about male energy. Not only did we pull some male gods, we did not pull gods that are particularly, well, the middle one is. You'll see. But we did not pull gods that are typically like feminine or like ambiguous in their gender. Like these are like macho men. So here we go. Nuda, Nueda, Nuada, Nutha. He's got a lot of names. Nuada, Nueda. We pulled him. Celtic deity, right? Complicated. Some people would even say he's not a deity. He's just like a character, much like a Hercules or a Jason. He's a warrior. He's a fighter. But he's kind of like obsessive. He's like an obsessive person. So we'll get into that. Next, we pulled Zeus. And yeah, we all know Zeus. We all know Zeus. I think it's interesting. I hope you can kind of see that. Zeus kind of looks like Jason Momoa in this deck. Yeah. So there's that. Here, let me try to turn on some more lights. Okay. So yeah, Zeus. And then we pulled Thor. And of course, we all know Thor as well. I wish this deck had a more accurate Thor with the red beard and everything. But it's kind of a Marvel superhero Thor. Although he looks great. Yeah, we pulled Thor. This deck is overly sexy. Thor. So what I'm getting here is what is good for you on your journey next, Vial, is kind of a letting go of expectations. Yeah. See, I decided to pull a card for clarity, and we pulled the Green Man. So it's a letting go and letting the spirits, the gods, the universe, whatever you work with, letting it come to you. You know, normally as like witches and magicians and sorcerers and pagans and whatever's, as warlocks, we are so aggressive with what we want. We cast the spells. We try to make the change, right? But in this instance, you are getting a very different reading from everyone else did on this live. Everyone else, you know, they were told, you got to go out and make this change. Go change yourself. This one I'm seeing, it is time for you to stop. Sit back and let the universe work for you. Okay? You've put out there what you want. You want something different. You want life to move. That you're kind of, the water is stagnant. Like you're stuck in a pond. And you're ready to move from the pond to the river. Okay? And you can move to the river. You will move to the river. But, okay, great. But it is time for you to stop and to sit back and let these guys do the work for you, okay? Sit back, let them work for you, okay? Let them work for you. You've got to trust in the otherness of it all. You've got to trust in the magic, and you've got to let it work for you. You can't do it all by yourself. Mundane work is great, and it achieves so much in this world. But sometimes you got to use a little magic. And it's ironic that I feel like you haven't used any magic on this, which is weird because we're magical people on this channel. Cast the magic and let it work. Let the magic work. Let it do its thing. Trust these guys. And I encourage you to reach out to these gods if you want too. It's like specifically, they came up for a reason. So there's that. But yes, trust in them. Trust in something bigger than just yourself. Okay? Trust in someone else to take care of you, to make these things work for you. All right? Yeah. Thank you. I'm glad it resonates. Seriously. Because it would suck if I give you a reading and you're like, no. Which sometimes that happens. But yeah, just cast the spell and then let the spell work. Just let it work. Don't block your own magic. Okay? Because I think sometimes we cast a spell or we make a wish and it doesn't come true. And you're like, well, it's because the world doesn't want me to have it. It's because people suck and like the universe is against me. That's not always true. Not always true. Sometimes you're the one blocking the spell that you cast. So, cast some magic, make some wishes, say some prayers, and then let it happen. Okay? Okay. Woo! That's awesome. That's awesome. I kind of like when you have like a break and then you come back to magic and you do a spell and you're like, whoa, shit. Like for me, I would say that I'm magical every day and I'm doing something magical every day, be it meditations, herbalism is big with me. Like just little acts of like folk magic I'm doing all the time. But spell work is very rare for me. And when I do say spell, like when I do spell work, I take it very seriously. It's very important, and therefore it is very powerful for me because I'm not doing it every day. Spell work is like the secret thing I have in the back of my utility belt. You know what I mean? So that's great, Vile. That's great. So it has been over an hour, and speaking of magical and mundane, it is time for me to return to the mundane world. I've got to leave my magic room. And I have got to go do some housework. I got to vacuum. I got to do dishes. I got to do the laundry. Okay, you guys, I got work to do. So it's been so much fun spending this hour with you. And if you're just tuning in or if you tuned in somewhere late, I encourage you to go back and watch it. Look at the readings at the beginning because they all flowed together. It was very beautiful today. And thank you so much. Remember, if you want a reading with me, you can get so with the link in the comments or in my channel. It is facebook.com/thenerdwarlock. And there you can book an Ogum reading, a Rune reading, or a tarot reading, or an oracle reading. And if you pick tarot or oracle, you get to pick the deck you want because I have several. I have 6 decks of oracle and I have 3 decks of tarot. Okay? Or we can do runes and Ogum. It doesn't matter. We can do it live, but without other people. We can do it with me by myself, and then I send you the information. It's up to you. But I encourage you to go check it out, facebook.com/thenerdwarlock. And thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Embrace. Thank you, Vile. Thank you, Solavi. Thank you, Dice Controller. Thank you to everyone who watched, everyone who commented. Thank you for letting me read your cards. Like, truly, it is an honor to me. I take what I do very seriously. This is my job. This is my full-time job. I am a card reader. That's my full-time job. That's how I pay my bills. So thank you so much. And it truly was an honor. I appreciate you being open with me. And thank you so much. And go check out my Facebook. Okay, thank you so much, you guys. And goodbye.